Hey Superstar Artists, today we're going to make a little mushroom house. And I'll try to show you this without knocking it over, but there's a little door here. I made mine red and white with a little brown on the bottom. There was a little bit of extra green left over from another project, so I added some green leaves. And then I colored my paper plate here to look like grass, and there's a little path here. And you can add really whatever kinds of things you want. This paper plate was from home, and I don't have any of the plain white paper plates like you're going to be using, but you'll have some paper plates that you can put yours on. So the first thing we're going to do is you're going to get a half of a little packet of colors. I chose red and I chose brown. So these are going to be cut in half because this is just the right amount. So you're going to have these. You're going to have a half of a little cardboard tube. And you're going to have scissors. And then you'll have your paper plate. So the first thing you're going to do is decide what color you want the base or the bottom of your little mushroom house to be. I'm going to pick brown for mine. Also, I want to make a little door. You don't have to do this, but if you want to, it's pretty simple. I'm going to use a pencil, and I'm going to draw just a little arched doorway because that's the shape I want. Right here. Make sure to start at the bottom and go back to the bottom with your shape. Also, don't go up too high because then you won't have enough cardboard up here. So make sure that it's about this size. Then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to carefully open and cut on the little doorway line that you made. Now, if you want to make it kind of like a door that opens and closes, you can do that. I don't know that it would look as good, so I think I'm going to just continue to cut mine. And it's okay if you see some of those pencil lines because you're just going to cover them up. So that looks pretty good. So I'm going to take that out. All right, next I'm going to cover this with my Model Magic. So I'm going to take this, and it's already halfway open, so all I have to do is pull on the back here, and it opens up. Okay, I'm going to pull that out. And since it's kind of been in a package and it's kind of got some air bubbles and things, I might just kind of do this to it and get it kind of worked over a little bit so that it's a little bit smoother and easier to work with. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to put mine kind of in a oval shape, I think. And then I'm going to flatten it on the table. You want to get this pretty thinned out, okay? And then I'm going to carefully peel it off. And I should have a nice smooth side where it was on the table. Now I'm going to start on my cardboard piece. And I'm just going to kind of smush it down until it's smooth, and it's how I like it. So try to keep it inside the edges of the cardboard, and if you need to rearrange it later, you can. So I'm just kind of going around and smashing it down onto my cardboard, getting it the shape I want. Now, if you run out of Model Magic like this, that just means that you need to go back and press some more and bring it around like this. Okay, now you're going to have to work it a little bit so that it will cover it. I figured this out last night. I made another one, the one that I showed you. So I'm just kind of pressing it till it covers that cardboard. I'm almost there. Okay, now I'm just going to go around and make sure it looks good. And it's okay if it's off the edge just a little bit, but I kind of want to just make it look nice. And it doesn't have to be completely smooth. Like mine kind of has some little ridges in it, and that's kind of cool because it actually makes it look more like a real mushroom. But you can do this however you want. let's experiment. You could maybe even lightly roll it on the table if you wanted it to be a little more smooth. So I like mine this way. And then if you want to add any details to this doorway, you can kind of smooth it out. And there we go. All right, so there's the bottom of my mushroom. I'm going to put that there. And I like red for the top. So again, I'm going to come back here, open it up. Okay, now this time, again, I'm going to kind of work it over a little bit. Body heat, the heat from your body and your skin will make this more, let's see, what's the word I want to use? Just easier to work with, and it'll look better and it'll be smoother. So that's why I'm kind of doing this a little bit. So kind of knead it. This is called kneading, like when you knead dough. And then I'm going to roll it in my hands, and we want a good sphere. Okay, so try to get it into a nice spherical shape. All right, that looks pretty good. You might need to work it a little bit more. That's pretty good. All right, once I get that, I'm going to put it on the table, and with this part of my hand, like the palm, you're going to just smush it down. Okay, just smash it. You want it to be more of a circle shape. It doesn't have to be just perfect, again, because nature is not, always going to have just the exact right circle shape in things. So we're just going to smash it down, and then carefully you can peel it off. Now, on this part, if you wanted to add any little spots or anything, I do have some packets of white that we can use. So here I'm just going to take off, I might just push it out a little bit. I'm just going to take off a little bit of white, and I'm going to just decide on some little spots here. So again, I'm going to make it into a little spherical shape. That one looks like an egg. I'm going to make it into a circle. And then I'm going to put it onto the top and push it carefully. I'm not going to shove it down in there. I just want it to be lightly pressed on there. Okay, this you need to do before you put it on the bottom, because if you don't, it's going to not work so well. It's going to be all smushed. Okay, so make another little sphere and gently press. And it's always good to have them be different sizes, because in nature, mushroom spots are all different sizes. There we go. It's really fun to make things that are found in nature because it's a little more relaxed. It's organic. Okay, organic shapes are shapes that are found in nature, and they can be lots of different shapes, like leaves. Leaves are organic shapes. Rocks are all different kinds of shapes. Those are organic. Mushrooms are organic shapes. A square, a perfect circle, those kinds of things are geometric shapes. Those are not organic. So we're going to keep ours organic. Okay, once you have a bunch of those on there, just press them down. I think that's enough. I'm going to carefully peel it up, and there's the top of my mushroom. Now, this part can be a little tricky, so you have to be very gentle with this. So here's the bottom of my mushroom, and I'm going to carefully just put the middle, in the middle, I'm going to put one of my fingers to kind of hold it up. Do you see how it's kind of giving it more of a curved shape at the top? You kind of want to do that before you place it on. Okay, then you just lightly lay it down on top, very gently. Okay, now it's kind of flat looking, isn't it? So with one of my fingers, you're going to carefully push up right in the middle, but don't do it too hard or it'll rip right through your mushroom. Just carefully poke it just a little. Okay, that helps a little bit. And like I said, don't do it too hard or it will push right through the middle of your piece. All right, now I kind of like that. It's a cute little house. I like this one better than the other one I made. So there's my little house. Now, when you get your paper plate, you can put this on your paper plate, but before you do that, I'm going to have you kind of add some decorations. So you could add grass, you could add really anything you want. You could make a little pathway going up to your little mushroom house. You could also get some construction paper, just ask, and you can cut out some little flowers or different things and glue them onto your paper plate. Then you simply just take your little house and put your house down on your paper plate. All right. Don't forget to put your name on your plate. So for this one, I would probably put my name over here somewhere on this part or back here. I would be very careful and write it really nicely in pencil. Just your first name. And then if you want to go over it later with a marker or something like that, you can do that. So that's it. That's my little mushroom house. I hope you have fun and we'll get started. Bye-bye.